Polls are open across Colorado, and time is running out to make your voice heard. From Denver's billion-dollar bond to statewide votes on school meals and tobacco, major decisions are on the line today.
But first, we are following breaking news this morning. Former Vice President Dick Cheney has died. He was vice president under George W. Bush, defense secretary under George H.W. Bush, and a longtime congressman from the state of Wyoming. As VP, Cheney was considered the architect of many of George W. Bush's major policy initiatives, including the war on terror. His legacy will be carried on by his wife, Lynn, and his daughters, Mary and Liz. Liz, like her father, served as a congresswoman from Wyoming. Dick Cheney's family said in a statement that he died from pneumonia. He was 84 years old. This morning, a former Englewood police officer is facing a felony assault charge. It stems from a traffic stop that escalated quickly. I'm Corey Rose.
And I'm Jordan Chavez. 9 News Investigates obtained police video of the incident. 9 News reporter Brianna Fernandez is joining us live from Englewood PD headquarters this morning with a breakdown. Brianna, good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. So that former police officer, Ryan Vecina, he worked here at the Englewood Police Department, and he could be facing some jail time if convicted of that second-degree assault charge. Like you guys mentioned, 9 News obtained some body cam and some dash cam footage. Take a listen.
Hand. Porque me trata así. Tú eres loco. Give me your hand. Hey. Taser. I'm gonna tase you. Taser deployed.
Vecina is accused of putting his arm around a man's neck. Court documents say it began as a traffic stop on October 8th after a 20-year-old driver failed to stop at a stop sign. We're not naming him or showing him because Vecina is accused of attacking him, and he's the victim in this case. According to the affidavit, the driver is from Venezuela, speaks Spanish, and knows only a few words of English. He did not provide his license or keys when asked. The former officer tried to pull him out of the car. When the victim doesn't get out, Vecina tases him. Now, shortly after, dash cam footage shows Vecina pulling the driver onto the ground. Court documents say the man claims he remembered being choked. Chokeholds are a violation of state law and Englewood police policy, according to documents. The law says that a second-degree assault by strangulation requires a 5-year minimum sentence if convicted. Now, the city of Englewood says that the former police officer was placed on administrative leave and did not return to work. We also know, according to the city of Englewood, that he's no longer a city employee. Actually, in the next hour, we've talked to our 9 News legal analyst, Scott Robinson, about this charge, if the police officer gets charged, and of course we'll keep you updated both on air as well as online. For now, I'm live here in Englewood. Brianna Fernandez for 9 News.
Brianna, thank you. 7:03, we've issued a traffic impact alert. If you're just joining us, we've been following a couple problems on northbound I-25 this morning north of Denver. This is the first one. Sky 9 is still over it. A vehicle actually went off of the roadway earlier on northbound I-25 approaching 88th Avenue. That vehicle is loaded up to this heavy-duty tow. It went really far off of the interstate into this grassy area. There was some guardrail damage. A sign was knocked down. But what we're still dealing with this morning is only 2 lanes of the interstate open and moving, the express lane and 1 additional lane. So this is causing massive headaches and delays, as you can imagine. I want to take you over to CDOT and show you what we're dealing with here. Left lane also closed. Northbound I-25 from overnight road work. This has yet to clear at 120th Avenue. So we're very, very congested here. And then this is what things look like behind that wreck. Here at 84th Avenue, it is just a parking lot on northbound I-25. Let's go ahead and take you over to what this is looking like. So delays on northbound I-25 stretching into the North Washington area right now. So this is the crash approaching 88th. Then our second problem is that overnight road work that has yet to clear. Northbound I-25 right around 128th Avenue. This travel time has actually improved slightly. We're still following a 15-minute delay on northbound I-25 for that drive between 76th and 144th Avenue. Washington Street and Huron Street run parallel to the interstate. Those are going to be good workarounds. And then as far as the rest of the metro area goes this morning, a little bit slow coming into Commerce City, slowing by 7 minutes on westbound 76. And you've got the red light and about a 13-minute slowdown right now on southbound 225. We'll send things to Katie now for a check of your forecast.
Erica, thank you for all those updates. It is 7:05 on this Tuesday morning, and as we want to take you outside this morning from our Lookout Mountain camera, mostly clear skies, dry conditions to and from Colorado's high country. Loveland ski area, they have the snow guns cranking there. It is cold in the mountains. It's brisk here this morning across the plains. Partly to mostly cloudy skies out east in Burlington. Temperatures, though, above freezing from downtown to Central Park. The airport this morning was milder in the 40s currently out at the Denver International Airport. We dropped down to the 20s here in Greeley, so depending on where you are across the state. It is definitely a chilly start to the day, but not typically do we see overnight lows above freezing this time in early November. Above average temperatures. It's going to be a quote-unquote scorcher this afternoon with near record highs. By 11 o'clock, upper 60s, a mix of sun and clouds, so we'll see some clouds roll in and out, but it will stay dry for today. It does depend on just how much sunshine, that warmer air moving in from the southwest, a ridge of high pressure and control across the region. A high of 75 expected this afternoon in downtown Denver and out to the airport. Upper 70s out across the plains, also relatively mild in the mountains, 50s and some low 60s from Frisco up into Steamboat Springs. Overall today it's going to be dry. So our record high for November 4th is 77 degrees set back in 2020. Tomorrow it will be slightly cooler, still staying dry, and our next chance for any precipitation here across the state. We are bracing potentially on Thursday of seeing a little light mountain snow into our northern high country, but overall, your weather headlines: above average temperatures remain through this first full week of November. A dry stretch ahead. We will cool down this weekend. Details in your 7-day forecast.
All right, Katie, thank you. Overnight, the Denver City Council voted on whether to slash the police department's budget as the city wrestles with a $200 million deficit. Last night in a marathon session, city councilors proposed 25 different changes to the mayor's proposed budget, including several proposed cuts to the police force. However, most of those cuts were voted down by the city council, including the largest one, which would have diverted nearly $10 million from the police training budget to homeless housing services. The police department said the plan would have crushed its plan to replace retiring officers with new recruits. Again, that proposal failed. One cut did pass, however, and will be used to add a crisis response team at the Denver jail to help people experiencing a mental health crisis. It is now 7:07. Let's give you a live look at the nation's capital, where the government shutdown is now tied for the longest shutdown in history. It will become the longest government shutdown in U.S. history tomorrow. The shutdown continues as a series of high-stakes races could shape both parties' future and the president's agenda. In Virginia, Democrat Abigail Spanberger is taking on Republican Winsome Earl Sears in a close race for governor, both campaigning heavily on the economy. In New York, former Governor Andrew Cuomo, running as an independent, is taking on Democrat Zohran Mamdani in a mayoral race. And California voters will decide whether lawmakers should redraw congressional district boundaries ahead of next year's midterms. This has been a push from Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom in response to redistricting in Texas.